Welcome to yet another episode of the ReInstall series. This time, we'll be taking a look at a real blast from the past. Today's title is over 18 years old. This makes it one of the oldest titles to be featured in the series so far. Enter Monster Truck Madness 2. Released back in 1998, this classic racer has quite a bit of age under the hood. How does it hold up today? Monster Truck Madness 2 was developed by the team of Terminal Reality. It's a sequel to the 1996 release of the original Monster Truck Madness. While both titles were built on the same engine, MTM2 possesses a whole slew of new features from its predecessor. Upgraded graphics, along with a fresh interface, and new trucks and tracks. There is also the addition of variable weather conditions. MTM2's gameplay is spread across 15 tracks, which are separated into 3 kinds. 8 of those tracks are circuit, 4 of those tracks are rally, and 3 of those tracks are summit rumbles. Circuit and rally tracks operate much like traditional races, while the summit rumble tracks are King of the Hill style, multiplayer only events. In addition to the 15 tracks, there are 20 trucks, which are all real world vehicles. If you're familiar with the monster truck scene, then you should recognize a few. MTM2 also happens to be one of the first games ever to support online multiplayer. In fact, the aforementioned Summit Rumble tracks could only be played in the online multiplayer mode. The racing is exceptionally fun. Blasting these big rigs across rough terrain is definitely a different feeling from that of a traditional racing title. Because these trucks are so high off the ground, rolling over uneven terrain and pulling off sick jumps feels like a whole new experience, completely different from that of other racing titles. The controls are surprisingly smooth too. The game supports a variety of different control options, so you're free to choose what you're most comfortable with. The trucks are responsive and fairly easy to control. The tracks are varied, each possessing a different theme and layout. None of them feel out of place and really complement the atmosphere of the game. As mentioned before, both entries of the Monster Truck Madness series were built on the same engine. Because of the similarities between the two titles, the player community has been able to add custom content that is compatible across both games. There are over 4,500 custom tracks and 5,400 custom trucks which have been published. MTM2.com is still open today, hosting links to smaller websites which all possess different custom trucks and tracks which are available to download for free. The player community has also created various utilities which enhance the experience of the game. This includes programs like a truck and track creator and even a graphics renderer, which allows the game to be played properly on modern day machines with traditional aspect ratios and resolutions. For 1998, the quality of the game was superb, but it does look quite dated by modern day standards. But hey, what do you expect from a game that's nearly 2 decades old? The rest of the title's presentation is pretty decent too. Heavy metal makes up the soundtrack. The genre definitely fits the monster truck theme. The songs aren't exactly memorable, but they do enhance the experience. The engine sounds of the trucks are also pretty decent, but definitely limited. This 2 was the last true entry in the MTM series. Even so, it doesn't live on in its spiritual successor, the 4x4 Evolution series. Terminal Reality reused many of Monster Truck Madness 2's elements to create a greatly updated version of the game engine, which produced the first entry in the 4x4 Evolution series, which was released in 2000. Its sequel, 4x4 Evo 2, was released a year later. There hasn't been any entries since. All in all, Monster Truck Madness 2's insane age hasn't stopped it from being a joy to play, even today. Terminal Reality did a great job with this title. There aren't many monster truck racing games out there, and many of those that are out there are rather poor, so this should be considered a treat. With its vast amount of user-created content to browse through and download, as well as utilities which make it possible to enjoy the game on modern-day hardware properly, you really should have no excuse to tame your curiosity and get truckin'.
Another one!
Alright folks, that brings an end to this episode of ReInstall. As always, we really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go ahead and check out the rest of the series. There's an entire playlist right here to view all the past episodes. And of course, hop on over to PCGamingEnthusiast.net and check out the vast variety of different articles, news, and reviews that we've provided for you. The website is constantly being updated, so make sure to check back often. Also, visit our sister websites at Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox Enthusiast. All three of these websites also have YouTube channels of their own, so make sure you go check those out as well. And hey, if you want to check out my own content, make sure to hit me up on my own YouTube channel right here at Extreme Azure Productions. Until next time, thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next episode. Keep on gaming!